In ancient texts and esoteric traditions, few figures capture the complexity of cosmic duality like Samael. His presence looms over the sacred and the profane, a being whose purpose lies at the heart of mortality itself. Known as the Angel of Death, Samael is neither wholly benevolent nor entirely malevolent. He walks the line between divine will and forbidden chaos. Samael is more than a bringer of death. He is a force of judgment, an agent who bridges the realm of the living and the dead. Welcome back to the Forbidden Portal. To our returning viewers, thank you for journeying with us once more into the depths of mysticism and lore. And for those joining us for the first time, welcome. Today, we'll uncover the truth behind one of the most enigmatic and polarizing figures in divine and demonic hierarchies, Samael. His story is one of contrasts, complexities, and cosmic purpose, a figure whose role defies simple definition. Across mysticism and theology, his identity shifts, sometimes seen as a loyal servant carrying out divine decrees, other times as an adversary to humanity. This duality is key to understanding his role in divine and demonic hierarchies. This video will delve into Samael's origins, exploring how ancient traditions have portrayed him as a messenger of death and a symbol of cosmic balance. We will uncover his ties to both angelic and demonic realms, his representation in Kabbalistic thought, and his evolving image in modern religious and cultural contexts. By the end, we aim to portray Samael not as a simple figure of death, but as an enigmatic force that transcends simplistic definitions of good and evil. In Jewish theology, Samael's name carries ominous significance. Derived from the Hebrew words sam, severity or harshness, and el, of God, his very identity suggests a divine agent whose power is both destructive and purposeful. Within the Talmud and Midrash, Samael is often described as the chief of Satan's forces, yet paradoxically, he remains an angel who operates within God's will, carrying out the decrees of death and judgment. Samael's role as the Angel of Death places him at the center of life's most profound mystery, mortality. The Talmud describes him as the one who collects the souls of the dead, wielding a sword dripping with venom. Yet, unlike purely malevolent figures, Samael does not kill out of malice. Instead, he enacts divine justice, ensuring that the cosmic balance is maintained. In Christian apocrypha and Gnostic traditions, Samael takes on even darker hues, often portrayed as a being whose nature bridges divine will and rebellion. He is sometimes conflated with Satan, described as a blind and wrathful demiurge responsible for creating the flawed material world, a stark departure from his roles in Jewish mysticism. This association raises fascinating questions. Is Samael a fallen angel, or does he operate as a loyal servant fulfilling God's more severe decrees? Some interpretations cast Samael as the angel who rode the serpent to tempt Eve in the Garden of Eden, suggesting his hand in the subsequent fall of humanity. This connection positions him as a pivotal figure in the narrative of original sin. By planting the tree of knowledge or guiding humanity to its fruit, Samael could be seen as either an adversary undermining divine order or a catalyst for human enlightenment. Intriguingly, some esoteric traditions even link Samael to Cain, the firstborn son of Eve, suggesting he fathered Cain as part of a broader role in humanity's early struggles between sin and redemption. The question of whether Samael is identical to Satan or Lucifer remains a topic of heated debate. While Lucifer embodies the archetype of the proud, fallen angel, and Satan often represents the adversary or accuser, Samael exists as a more complex figure. He is at times wrathful, blind, and destructive, yet also carries out divine commands, adding layers of ambiguity to his character. Are these names different masks of the same entity, or does each represent a distinct role in the Abrahamic cosmos? This duality and overlap encourage deep reflection and debate among scholars and believers alike. Is Samael merely a divine enforcer misunderstood by history? Or does he serve as a mirror reflecting humanity's fears of judgment, sin, and rebellion? The lines between these roles blur, inviting us to consider how mythology transforms across religious traditions and cultural interpretations. Despite his association with death, Samael is also considered a vital force within the divine order. He serves as an extension of God's judgment, a being tasked with maintaining the cosmic balance between mercy and severity. This duality places Samael as both feared and revered, a figure whose role is essential to the divine plan. In Kabbalistic tradition, Samael occupies a unique and complex role. He is often associated with the Sephira of Gevurah, severity, on the Tree of Life. Gevurah represents judgment, strength, and discipline, qualities that Samael embodies in his function as the executor of divine justice. His presence underscores the necessity of balance within the divine order, as mercy without judgment would lead to chaos, and judgment without mercy would result in destruction. Opposing the Tree of Life is the Qliphoth, a dark and chaotic counterpart. Samael's name appears here as well, associated with the Qlipha of Golachab, or the burners with fire. This realm represents unrestrained judgment, where destruction is no longer tempered by divine mercy. In this context, Samael is seen not as a balancer, but as a force of unchecked wrath and punishment, embodying the dangers of power untethered from wisdom. Some mystical traditions suggest that Samael's connection to both divine and infernal realms reflects the duality of human existence. Just as Gevurah represents discipline and boundaries, the Qliphoth reminds us of the dangers of excess and imbalance. Samael, in this interpretation, becomes a cosmic mediator, standing between creation and destruction, mercy and wrath, a figure whose existence is as necessary as it is perilous. Samael's relationship with Lilith is another cornerstone of Kabbalistic thought. Often described as his consort, Lilith embodies wild, untamed energy, an opposite to Samael's disciplined severity. Together, they represent the interplay between chaos and control, a pairing that reflects the inherent tension in the cosmic order. Some texts even describe their union as the driving force behind the material and spiritual struggles of humanity. In the modern era, Samael's image has transcended ancient texts, becoming a multifaceted symbol in literature, occultism, and popular culture. Within occult practices, Samael is often invoked as a figure of power, judgment, and transformation. Rituals and invocations call upon his dual nature, seeking his assistance in matters of justice or protection. Yet, his association with death and destruction ensures that he is approached with caution, a reminder of the volatile balance he represents. In literature, Samael often embodies the archetype of the enigmatic guide or the merciless enforcer of justice. Authors and storytellers have reimagined him as everything from a grim reaper-like figure to a complex anti-hero. In these stories, his duality as both angel and adversary allows writers to explore themes of morality, free will, and the cost of divine justice. These portrayals often highlight his struggle with his role, questioning whether his actions are truly his own or dictated by a higher power. Samael's presence in popular media further reflects his evolving image. Films, television series, and games often depict him as a dark yet compelling character. In some interpretations, he is a misunderstood figure, bound by duty, but yearning for freedom. Others portray him as a harbinger of doom, wielding immense power that reflects humanity's deepest fears of mortality and judgment. These modern takes, though often far removed from his theological origins, capture the essence of his enigmatic and contradictory nature. Modern interpretations of Samael reflect humanity's enduring fascination with figures who challenge simple categorization. His duality, as both angel and adversary, speaks to the complexities of morality and the boundaries between good and evil. In these reinterpretations, Samael becomes a mirror for our own struggles with authority, mortality, and the quest for meaning in a chaotic world. By reimagining Samael, storytellers continue to keep his legend alive, transforming him into a symbol of both fear and fascination. Samael's story weaves through the fabric of theology, mysticism, and modern imagination, embodying the eternal tension between creation and destruction, judgment and mercy. Whether seen as the angel of death, a cosmic mediator, or a shadowy figure of rebellion, his role reflects humanity's deepest fears and fascinations with the unknown. His dual nature challenges us to look beyond simple definitions of good and evil. Samael serves as a reminder that every force in the cosmos, no matter how terrifying, has its place. Judgment and mercy are not opposing forces, but complementary ones, shaping the intricate balance of existence. As we close this exploration, the question remains, is Samael a divine servant, an adversary, or a force that transcends such labels? His legend invites us to confront the mysteries of life, death, and cosmic balance, a puzzle without a single answer, but one that continues to captivate the human spirit. Thanks for watching. Samael's story is one of many interpretations. What's yours? Share your thoughts or theories in the comments. They might spark an incredible discussion. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like and be sure to subscribe to the Forbidden Portal for more deep dives into the mysterious and the arcane. Until next time, may the light guide you through the shadows of the unknown.